Alright, so it's the next morning, and let me tell you what, I am still thinking about shooting that tannerite and how awesome it was. I don't know if the video fully captured like the big boom, but I destroyed a washing machine and it was awesome. FPS Russia recently shot, I don't know if it was recently, I know it sometime in the past couple years maybe, I don't even know. He shot 200 pounds of tannerite. And on camera, you couldn't really tell that it was 200 pounds of tannerite, but it was a huge explosion. Today, I'm going to be going fishing. Hopefully, I'll catch some fish. I've been fishing a little bit here and there. You guys saw me catch that one fish, but nothing else has really been biting. I missed a muskie yesterday, which was really cool. I saw a fish kind of in the shallows, and it was kind of swimming in circles, chasing other little fish around, so I casted right to it. And I saw the tail section of the fish come out of the water, and it was definitely a muskie, and he turned and he grabbed my lure and I yanked it right out of his mouth because I got too excited. I was just like, oh, it's a muskie! And before he could close his mouth, I yanked out the hook, and I couldn't get him to bite again, and then Kenomi walked in the lake, and I'm pretty sure he scared him off. So I'm going to set up my targets, do a little plinking, target practice, shooting today, and fishing. Oh yeah, gun time. So you guys have been waiting for this for a while. It's a new day. It's midweek, you know, I'm in the middle of the woods, there's nobody up here, so it's really just a good time to shoot. I'm going to put together my targets right now, and then I'm going to start shooting. I'm probably not going to shoot the big gun, since I only have 22 targets. I'll save the big gun for shooting tannerite at Derek's house. There. Alright, so I'm just going to be doing short distance shots today, you know, 20, 30 yards, that's about it. Just working on it, so let's do it. And I'm not going to shoot this either, because I don't want to go pick it up. Well, that was pretty fun. You know, I enjoy shooting my guns a lot. Got pretty much all the targets here a few times. Took some of the paint off. But yeah, this 1022 is awesome. The Ruger 1022 is such an amazing little 22. If you want to get a 22, I highly recommend you pick up one of those because they're fun to shoot. I don't know if you guys have ever seen one of these or not. It's a float tube. It's a one-man tube that you sit in and you put on your waders, or you can wear shorts if it's warm enough. It's about 66 degrees out right now, so I'm not going to be wearing my shorts. I'm going to put waders on. I'm going to fill this up with air, and then I just throw it in the lake, and then I can go all around the lake by myself. The lakes up here are pretty small, you know, so you can get around the whole lake in a couple hours by yourself, and it's really kind of a fun way to fish. So I have to fill it up with air, load it up. I'm going to tie off my camera, make sure I've got everything that I need to go fishing, and I think it's going to be really fun. I think we're going to catch a lot of big fish. Alright, so I need this air compressor. Alright, so I take this little nozzle, insert it in here like this, twist it, and now I'm going to pump that up. Alrighty, so there is the float tube in floater. It's kind of like a little miniature boat. Here are my waders. I got to get my wader boots, put these on, and we'll be ready to go almost. Just got to find a piece of rope to tie my camera up so I don't drop it in the water. I look pretty funny. Look at this. I don't know how well you can see my waders, but if you've never seen waders, these are what they are. You have this really tight waist belt too, so if you fall over underwater, your waders won't actually fill up with water, because if they fill up with water, you're probably going to drown if you're going under, because you'll have about 80 to 100 pounds of water inside your waders, and you could
not really get them off. So you need to be a little bit careful, you know, when you're fishing with stuff like this. I'm gonna be wearing a life jacket today because I'm up here by myself. You know, I'm gonna be on the lake alone. If something did happen where I were to be knocked unconscious for some strange reason, you know, I don't wanna fall in the water and drown. So I'm wearing my life jacket, I'm being safe. It's a really smart thing to do, especially when you're by yourself. I recommend that you should wear your life jacket even when you're not by yourself, maybe with your friends, because you know, if you knock yourself out and you fall out of the boat, that can be a pretty scary ordeal. So safety first, you know, be careful. I'm gonna get a couple sodas inside here, load up my rods, well, my one rod and my tackle, and we're gonna head out onto the lake and hopefully we'll catch some lunkers. So I got my float tube in the water, it's all loaded up, it's ready to go, and I realized that I was forgetting, and I realized that I forgot one of the most important parts of float tubing, and that was the means or mode of transportation, which are flippers. Like that. I have my camera tied to a rope right here so it doesn't fall in the lake when I'm filming myself catching fish and I don't accidentally drop it. Alright, I am ready to go. Flip, flop, flip. I just about fell over. That would have defeated the whole point of this camera on a rope thing. So there's two loons right out here. There's one. A loon is the Minnesota state bird. It's a bird that lives in the water. And it can swim underwater, and it's really cool. Sometimes these loons are really curious, and if you're in a boat like a kayak without a motor or float tube, they'll come up actually really close to you. So if they do, I'll get it on camera and it'll be really, really cool. I actually named one of the loons up here Shiloh last year because I was kayaking around and it came and it popped up right next to me, and it was really, really cool. So hopefully we get to see him. And away we go. Pretty neat. Pretty cool little setup. I like float tubes. They're fun. Leave me alone, you stupid mosquitoes. This is so nice and relaxing just being out here. Nice little leg workout. Alright, so I'm gonna go straight across. Started this bay, I'm gonna work my way back around. The water's a little chilly on my butt and my legs, so I probably only will stay out here for about an hour. So it doesn't get too cold. This is definitely one of the times where I would not want to catch a 50-inch muskie or a 40-inch muskie or even a 10-pound muskie. I don't know if you guys have ever caught a big muskie, you know, or a barracuda or something with teeth, but when you get it up to the boat, or in the float tube in this case, it's like, I mean, it's just snapping at you with huge, huge teeth. So if I do happen to catch a muskie, which I probably won't, but if I do, I don't have a metal leader on either, so it would probably just bite off my lure. I will probably bring it right to shore. I'll kick over to shore as fast as I can and try to fight the fish from shore and land it, and I think that's about the only way I can do it. Unless I just man up and grab the fish like, ah! But I don't think I'm gonna do that because muskies are pretty intimidating. Alright, so my camera actually died when I was out in the lake, which you guys really didn't miss that much exciting stuff anyways, because I only caught 2 fish that were about maybe 10 inches long, 2 little bass, so, and it was freezing cold. I was out there for about an hour. I got out, it felt like I was in a glass of ice water. So right now, I'm actually gonna take some fishing lures down there. I've got a needle nose pliers right here, and I've got to yank the fishing lures out of the carpet because that is a mat that's gonna go in the truck, and somebody left fishing lures in there. And fishing lures, I don't know if you know or not, new ones anyways, have barbs, and then they get stuck in the fish and they can't come out. We usually pinch all our barbs down though, because the barbs will leave actually scar tissue in the fish's lips and they won't heal correctly. So we use barbless hooks and you just pinch them down with the pliers. But I gotta pull all those out. It's gonna be awesome. And these are all old school Memphis spinners too. So they're actually a pretty valuable lure. I mean, they're probably about $6, $7 a piece, so I have to try to be pretty careful. All right, well, I got the lures out. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to save them. I kind of bent all the hooks out of shape. And once you bend a fish hook kind of from its original bent position, it never really goes back, and it's a lot weaker, and it'll just kind of wobble around. And you lose fish with lures like these, so I'm just gonna have to throw them out. But I fixed the rug. I can put it back in the truck. I'm actually gonna be heading back to Minnesota tomorrow. I'm gonna be going to a Twins game. I'm really excited. It should be pretty awesome. But yeah, I don't know. I got a lot of stuff to do before I leave, so I'm going to be doing that and vlogging a little bit, and then we'll be on the road back to Minnesota before you know it. Alright, what's going on, guys? So it's Wednesday morning. There's a deer up here. There's been a deer hanging out, the same deer I was telling you about at the end of the driveway, and he's pretty tame. hope nobody shoots him during any season, but you'd be surprised. There it is right there. Hi, dear. Hey, buddy. What are you doing back there? You enjoying yourself? Huh? They're so camouflaged, it's crazy. Hi, dear. Deer. Alright, run, deer. I want you to run away on camera. Yeah, always flicking the tail. She's thinking about it. Oh, you're so pretty. So pretty. Look at that, you couldn't even tell. Huh. Anyways, that's one of the deer that is always living at the end of the driveway here. It always has twin fawns, and the neighbor actually feeds it, so that's pretty cool, you know, because he's a hunter and he's not going to shoot it because he really likes having the deer around. But and he really likes having the deer around, so that's good. But there's something you don't know about deer. They're actually extremely smart. When deer hunting season like comes around and the guns start going off, the deer, like, they lay low, they disappear, they'll swim across lakes to islands where there's no people, and they'll bed down because they are really smart animals, and they know that's the time of year where deer start disappearing and loud noises are happening. It's kind of cool how they associate that with each other. And a lot of deer don't get shot because hunters simply can't find them. It's cool. Can't forget to close the gate. What's the point in having a gate if you're not even gonna close it? Oh, swing gate, swing. Alrighty, and we are headed back to Minnesota. Happy dogs? Happy dogs? Yeah, happy dogs. Say yeah, happy dogs. You know, he's got so many ticks on him, it's crazy. I have to get him some more Frontline. I ran out before we left California, so I'm gonna go do that too. Stuck in the mud? No problem. I got a utility monster truck. Alright guys, so I just got back to Minneapolis. I've got Twins tickets for tonight. Going to a Twins game should be really exciting. I don't know how much I'll actually be able to vlog. You know, I probably film a little bit with my camera, but if you take video cameras in, they tell them to take them back to your car, or they'll confiscate them. They won't confiscate them, but they will make them take it back to your car, or they say that they'll confiscate them, but obviously, you know, you'd walk your $500 video camera or whatever it is back to the car before you got it confiscated. But I'm really excited. Hopefully Nikki will go with me. I'm trying to talk her into it. She doesn't want to, but it should be pretty sweet. I'm excited to be back in Minnesota, and next stop is home. Look at the size of this tick I found on Kenobi. Ugh, it's so gross, and his freaking little face. Look at that. Ugh. See if I get it. Ugh. Yeah. It's got a piece of Kenobi in its mouth. That is so gross. And it moves its little, oh, it just moved its little leg. Ugh, you're going down the toilet. That is so gross. Wood ticks are disgusting. Alright guys, so we're gonna shoot some tannerite today. Got these little packages here. I've got 2 of them. It's about 4 pounds. We've also got this target. It's a zombie Osama bin Laden. What you do is you take these little packs of tannerite right here, and you're gonna insert them in here, and then you actually shoot through. So it should be pretty awesome, a little zombie target. This is for zombie hunting. Your zombie hunting instructions are right here. I think we'll be able to get a couple good blasts out of this, but it's gonna be awesome. Alright, so to do tannerite, hey buddy! To do tannerite, it's not actually an explosive, it's like a percussion target. You take these little white things, you mix them up, and then you put them back in their container, you add a little gray powder, and then they explode. So I'll mix one up for you guys, show you how it's done. But it's probably one of the coolest things I've ever done. Having a little gun cleaning party here, got all our cleaning supplies, our cleaning kits. I'm gonna mix up some tannerite for you. So this is a ½ pound tannerite exploding target. This is the mixing container. You take the tannerite, and it's just that, point the camera at that, it's just a bunch of tiny little white looking balls that are harmless. That's what she said. And then I'm gonna dump it over, whatever, I'll just do it like a boss. Like a boss. So now it's in the mixing container. We're gonna save this. That's actually what we're gonna shoot. This is the accelerant that you add to the powder, or this is the accelerant powder that you add to the target side of the tannerite. And this stuff is funky. You get it on you and it just turns you silver. Alright, so we're going to add this in here. Like this. This is the stuff that you want to breathe in. Just kidding, you probably really don't want to breathe this stuff in. Get all the stuff out of the packet there. Put the top back on the mixing container. And then just shake it up for about a minute until that powder covers all the white stuff. I don't think so. She smells like poo-poo. Our buddy Chad's dog rolled in poop. And then you mix it up like this for about a minute. And then you're going to pour it back into this container. Alright, so that should be good. So if you've mixed it all up, you can see it's all gray. And we're going to take it, we're actually going to put it right back in this container like this. Shake it around real good to get it down in there. And then this is ready to go. And it's not actually an explosive, it's just like a percussion. It's a high-speed collision. That's the wrong lid. And then this is your tannerite explosive target. It's ready to go. Shoot it right there. We're going to put this in the brain of the zombie. Alright, so we're going to take these 2 half-pound bombs and load up our zombie here. One in the head and one in the... Alright, we've got our target. He is strapped to the chair. He's on the highway to hell. We've also got a bucket of cans we're going to shoot. Should be pretty awesome. Yeah! Burn, bitch! Hold on.